Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of 321 Real Estate. This is a quick 5-minute show talking with all different types of real estate professionals. My name is Patrick Wyllie. I'm your host. I hold a real estate license in Rhode Island, although I don't practice. I much more enjoy talking to the professionals. And I'm very excited to introduce our first guest today, a good friend of mine, Mike Larson from MJL Photo. Mike, how's it going?
Good. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being the first guest. So really quick, if you can just quickly tell everyone a little bit about yourself and how you got into the business. So take it away.
All right. So, well, I had my own business doing photography and videos since 2011. So, was that 10 years now? I always wanted to have my own business, and really when I first started, it was like I always wanted to own like property. So I wanted to use my business in order to buy properties, and then, that would be able to one day be my
Mike, you break it up a little bit. Can't hear a word he's saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, he got a phone call.
Oh, you got a phone call?
Yeah, it's freaking
Mike,
Katie,
Mike,
right?
you're too busy. You're getting phone calls all the time.
Well, I have to do it on my freaking phone. All right, I can start over. I know because I know how you'll edit it in.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
fine.
so
yeah, quickly tell us about yourself and how you got started.
all
in the
right,
business.
so I've had okay, so my name is Michael Larson. My business is called MJL Photography and Films. I've been doing it for 10 years. I invest in real estate. I own 3 multifamilies, and I take pictures of houses also and video. So I do a little bit of everything in real estate. And yeah, I guess that's
Nice.
it.
So
It's pretty
you own 3 properties, Mike. So how many units do you have total in those properties?
So I have 7 units.
7 units. And what is
units.
you own 7 units
And 5
in Rhode
garage
Island, correct?
spaces.
And 5 garage
Yes.
spaces. What are you seeing right
Yeah.
now for an average rent in your properties?
Well, I'm about to find out because I'm gonna have 2 that are opening up in mid-October. It was gonna be October 1st, but it's probably gonna be mid-October. But I mean, it depends on the bedrooms. But in Cranston, you're probably looking at like, it depends. I don't know. I like to make my apartments luxury. Like, I want them to be like granite, all redone. And it was anywhere from, for a 2-bedroom, like 1,700, 2,000. I mean, it can be like, I've seen a lot of crappy apartments out there, but they're still expensive. But me personally, if I have an apartment that I'm renting, if it's not somewhere I would want to live, then I wouldn't buy it or rent it to somebody. So
No, I wouldn't expect anything less from you. For those who don't know, I've been doing weddings with Mike for years, and his work is top-notch quality. So I wouldn't expect anything less when it comes to your investments.
Yeah.
So as a photographer, what trends are you seeing in the market right now in terms of, how busy are you? What are you seeing out there?
Well, this summer was crazy, of course, and it was like, things going over asking and bidding wars and everything. And a lot of people thought, it's not going to, I think I'm seeing like another like push again now in the fall. Like, I don't know, I'm seeing it's starting to, like, there was a little bit of a lull in August, kind of. It just slowed a little bit, but now it's starting to, there's another wave coming in, I feel like. And I think people realize that the market's not really going to crash. The fundamentals are good. Like, interest rates are low, and they're not, it can't really get much lower, the interest rate. So I see the market's a good time. can lock in a 30-year rate for a barely like all-time low. So I mean, even though the prices are high, you're still getting value. It all
Yeah,
depends on
prices
where
are
you're
high,
at.
but at a 2 to 3% interest rate, it's not that bad. So with this push that you see going on right now, what advice would you give to sellers in terms of photography and videography when it comes to marketing their home?
Well, yeah, you definitely, just because the market is crazy. It's not that everything won't fly off the shelf. If you have something that's overpriced, buyers are pretty savvy, and they compare different properties. So if you want to, in terms of if you're selling your house, you want your house to stand out, of course. So just because you can take a picture on an iPhone, it's not going to compare up against a professional photographer, especially if they have video too. That's just going to
For
stand
sure.
out. That it's going to catch people's eye, and you just want people in the door. So it's
No,
gonna.
that's a good point. And as I'm a former realtor, I still have my license, but I sold homes for about 3 years, and I always used a professional photographer. And I know that made a huge difference in getting people in the door. So, what would you say to these listing agents out there? I've seen a lot of terrible listings. Where the home is probably a great home, but you have the iPhone photos with the terrible lighting, or the photos of the
Mhm.
bathroom with the toilet seat up. So what advice would you give to these listing agents that are putting out some poor quality listing photos?
I would say that they're trying to save a little bit of money, and in the end, they're losing money because you're trying to save, a couple $100, but in the end, you're losing money because you could end up getting, there's people from out of state. They just see the pictures and they'll offer you 50,000 over asking. You never know,
Sight
so
unseen, just from the pictures.
just from the pictures, yes. And so it's like you're trying to save a few $100, and in the end, you're losing a lot of money, and it makes no sense to me. But you got to think long term.
No, that's
And you
great
also have
advice.
to worry about your brand. Your brand says a
Right.
lot about you as a realtor. If you always put quality professional photography out, it looks
Sure.
more professional.
No,
And
that's a great
so
point, because that's definitely all about the brand for these listing agents. When you see a photo from a certain listing agent, I guess in
mhm,
the buyer's mind, or even the seller's mind, you want to work with that agent because that they take that care and that quality into their listings, that they're going to fight for you on the other end as their agent.
absolutely. Yep, people notice, and then say when they might notice you, they're not even in the market or they're not buying or selling, but when they are, they remember those pictures and how good they looked, and
That's it.
then when it's time for them to need a realtor, they'll call you.
Absolutely. And I don't think you can see it right now, Mike, but we have up on the screen. We have your Instagram, going through some of your photos here, and the
Mhm.
quality is just, it's unreal. These photos that you take of these homes are unbelievable.
Thank
Kudos to
you.
you. You're an amazing photographer and videographer. If there's one more thing that you'd like to say to the sellers and the listing agents of the world, what would it be?
Um, Real estate is the best investment you can make, and I don't know. I love it. Keep it going. Keep buying. Keep selling. Keep doing the
Yes, sir.
deals, and
That's it.
you know, call me if you need me.
Awesome.
Basically.
Yeah, call Mike Larson if you need him. It's MJL
Yeah.
underscore photo on Instagram. You can see it right there on the screen. Mike, I want to thank you so much for being the first ever guest on 321 Real Estate. Michael J. Larson Photography.com. Give him a call for all of your real estate photography, videography, and even if you're getting married, he's one of the best in the business. I love working with him. Mike, thanks so much. I appreciate
Yes.
it.
Thanks, brother. Pleasure.
Yeah, we'll talk to you
Have a
soon.
good one.
Yeah, you too. Ben, are we still
Say,
on?
say goodbye and end the show.
Well, that does it for the first ever episode of 321 Real Estate. Once again, I'm your host, Patrick Wyllie. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you next time.